appearances across the league and leading his teammates in passes and duels won. Congratulations to Taylor Delhara and Mar Batista.
They said that's all we were. They won. We're not here for a suspension trophy. We came to win. Every time they think we can, we fight. We're going from overlooked to undeniable. From fighting for respect to debating. And now, the whole league knows our name. But we're not finished. Not even close. We didn't come this far to back down. Not now. Not when Tulsa's watching. We need every voice, every heart, every ounce of energy in this set. Make it loud. We've come too far to stop now. This city believes. This team believes. We're not done yet.
USL Championship Western Conference Finals match.
Well, both of these teams will be appearing in their first conference final tonight. The stakes are high, as not only does it give you the title of conference champions, but also the chance to host the championship final next week. Welcome into One Oak Field, everyone. Dave Saunders joined by former professional Anna Bergelen. Anna, as we can hear, finals day, always special for the players to play in.
I mean, these are the types of games that you want to play in as a player. Big-time players step up in moments like this, and what an unbelievable atmosphere to be a part of tonight.
Now, we better have a look at how these two teams arrived here. Let's start off with the game for New Mexico against Orange County.
New Mexico United has done so well in the playoffs. They like to play the ball on the ground. They combine really well, as you see this cheeky chip over the top, and they've been able to finish goals when it counts and be clinical in front of goal, and I think that just adds a really dynamic element to this team. And Harris being back as well for New Mexico United. 1v1, they're outstanding, and then this late goal, Dave, in extra time to send them through to the next round.
Yeah, and talking about late, how about FC Tulsa in the 122nd minute?
And FC Tulsa in these tight games has just found a way to get it done. And Stefan Lukic off of the bench 6 times this season, does it again in front of an electric home crowd at One Oak Field, and he'll look to do that again tonight against New Mexico United FC.
I'll say it again, I've been doing this for a few years now, Anna Bergel, and I have never ever heard an atmosphere like this. The New Mexico fans are here, FC Tulsa fans are here. We can't wait to bring you this one. Back after the break, lineups and your first half call for this Western Conference final between FC Tulsa and New Mexico United.
I couldn't lay down, I couldn't stand up.
My shoulder blade and the muscles between the shoulder blades.
Bent over, couldn't stand up straight.
The pain just got progressively worse.
Turns out that I had scoliosis.
When I walked into Tulsa Spine and Rehab for the first time, I definitely felt very welcomed.
Dr. Riley, I just made an automatic connection.
He's going to take care of you and your needs and get you going.
I walked out of here and I didn't have a crick in my neck anymore.
There is truly here the desire to help people get better.
At Ascension St. John, we're committed to being your first choice for healthcare in Oklahoma. For movement disorders, spine care, and more, our brain and spine specialists lead in coordinating advanced care. Patients choose us for advanced heart care and personalized cancer care. And we also excel in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
At Arvest Bank, we believe financial confidence should be within reach for everyone. Whether you're just getting started, planning for your future, or starting a new chapter, we're here to help you plan and reach your goals every step of the way. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank, we believe.
Well, tonight's match is brought to you by Arvest Bank. We believe in the power of community. By Ascension St. John, who's Tulsa's first Level 1 trauma centre, the highest designation a hospital can receive for trauma care. So no matter what, no matter when, we're ready. Visit ascension.org/St. John. By Bill Knight Ford, who is a proud sponsor of FC Tulsa. Bill Knight Ford is Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 15 years running. Stop by today and get your hands on your new Ford today. Bill Knight, home of the Knight Advantage. By Williams, we make clean energy happen. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome into a raucous One Oak Field as we have a look at FC Tulsa's one change in their lineup. Anna Bergel, Owen Don jumps to the bench. Alex DeLu comes in on that right-hand side up front.
Look for Taylor Carrera to be an impact player up top as well. Batista and Souza bolstering the back line. Derek in goal. This is a quality lineup for FC Tulsa.
As for the visitors, New Mexico, It's very simple. They keep the same 11, they keep the same bench. Head coach Dennis Sanchez will be pleased with that. Chris Shakes in goal, and look for Greg Hurst up front as the pivot player leading the attack. We are almost set fair. Injury report brought to you by OSU Medicine. Nobody for New Mexico United as far as we know. Creek Diallo, Goldthorpe, Serrato and Rogers all out for FC Tulsa. Anna Bergel alongside me. Doesn't get any more special, as we said in the intro, Anna, than a final. And just again, and I'm sure we're going to refer to this more than once tonight, the electric atmosphere here at One Oak Field.
Absolutely. I mean, the fans have been loyal all season here at One Oak Field for FC Tulsa, and on the contrary, New Mexico United traveled in numbers, busing loads of supporters down to support their team, who's coming in tonight with a ton of momentum as well. So this will be a really interesting tactical matchup. Both of these teams coming off of late goal winners in their prior playoff games, so this will be really fun to watch.
FC Tulsa tend to line up these days with a 4-3-3. There's Luke Spencer, the head coach. As for New Mexico, they certainly have 4 attackers. You could argue it's a 3 behind Greg Hurst up front. Well, fascinating, everybody, as Alex DeLue gets FC Tulsa underway. FC Tulsa playing from right to left on your screens in their black and gold kit, up against the familiar all yellow of New Mexico. Throw in early on here for Travion Souza, who we know has got one of the longest throws in the USL Championship. Where's 3? Just waits, takes a breath. Ian's up from the back, nearest to Chris Shakes, the goalkeeper. Here is Souza into the area, headed away by Keller, and now Storfer, the captain, will go all the way back to Tyler Derrick. Here is Storfer down that right-hand side, playing it long, looking for Calera, headed away by Ryden. Lamar Batista, who's been rock-like at the back, to Ian, and that's gone out. Let's have a look at the keys to the game with Anna Bergel.
Yeah, you know, coming into this game, Luke Spencer and his team just wanting to stay patient, stick to what they know and what has gotten them up to this point. Obviously, the atmosphere here at One Oak Field, so feeding off of that energy, I mean, the home advantage, and then just being clinical in front of goal. New Mexico United has been able to do that, being clinical in front of goal, and that's something FC Tulsa, when they have their chances, from a possession perspective, they don't always have as much, but they're productive, and so that's going to be something to look out for between these two teams.
It's the keys to the game. There's Travion Souza, who's just committed the first foul of the game on Akale. Akale will be playing wide on the right, wearing 11, and they're going to leave this for the man in all green tonight. That's Chris Shakes. Shakes, who was signed in February 2024 and is the number 1 ahead of the experienced Alex Tambakis, who is on the bench. Here's Shakes then, wearing 13, blasted up the middle, headed on, or headed back I should say, headed forward. Now here's Calera, first touch of the football for FC Tulsa's top goal scorer, brings in Travion Souza. First attack for FC Tulsa. Souza doesn't get it right, slices it, and it will go away for a goal kick. Let's have a look at the officials tonight. There's Greg Dopka, who's got the duties of being the centre referee, assisted by Rhett Hamill and Austin Holt. Matthew Corrigan is the 4th official. Interesting enough, Matthew Corrigan was in charge in the middle for the quarterfinal, where FC Tulsa beat Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC in injury time, extra time I should say. Here's Maples. Block from Coley, but it spins away. It's going to go all the way through to the goalkeeper, who is Tyler Derrick. Word for Tyler Derrick, Anna Bergel. He's hasn't let a goal in, and is a very experienced goalkeeper, the man in shot there.
Absolutely. I mean, FC Tulsa bringing him in later in the season. Peñaranda has been a steady force for them as well, but Tyler Derrick stepping in brings a ton of experience, and especially in games like this, kind of the calm leadership nature that he brings will be impactful for this FC Tulsa side.
Calera well tackled in the midfield, but they get it back. Elmedkar, Calera hits a shot, hits a defender, spins nicely through to Shakes. But the front three, led by that man, Taylor Carrera, looking sharp early on in this game, Anna.
And part of the game plan for FC Tulsa has always been pressing from the front, making it really difficult for teams to build out of the back. As you see there, they don't want to let New Mexico United get into a rhythm where they can build, find those passes going forward. And FC Tulsa early on showcasing the strengths that have gotten them to this point.
FC Tulsa then Tyler Derrick in goal. The back four from left to right, Souza, Batista, Ian and Storfer. Delencpierre and Giordano Coley anchoring the midfield. Ahead of them, Jamie Webber, Alex DeLu, Khalil Elmedkar and Taylor Carrera is up front. Tyler Derrick clearing left-footed there. Headed away by Maples. Maples, who plays at right back but did feature at centre back last time he was here at One Oak Field. So New Mexico's lineup: Chris Shakes in goal, left to right at the back, Gloucester, Ryden, Keller, Maples, Bailey and Zelalem holding the midfield. Ahead of them, Deon Harris, Valentin Noel, Ukweli Akale and Greg Hurst up front on his own, wearing the number 17 shirt. Here's Gloucester from Montclair in New Jersey. Behind him, Coach Sanchez. Clearance from Caleb Ryden. Offside there. There's Coach Dennis Sanchez. Had the pleasure of talking to him this week. Absolutely, thoroughly enjoying his time at New Mexico. And he was brought in, arrives from Las Vegas, and a focus solely on setting new standards and bringing trophies to the land of enchantment. Well, he's certainly set new standards, hasn't he? We'll come back to him in a minute. Here's DeLu. DeLu trying to go through two defenders into the box. But he absolutely loves New Mexico and also feels a connection because of his great-grandfather and his grandfather to Albuquerque in New Mexico.
Yeah, you can tell just the passion that he brings to the club, and clearly it's just from the top down to the season that they've had.
Batista back to Storfer. Storfer, good ball into the box. It hit Delencpierre, and in the end, Coley commits a foul on the edge of the area. It's a good start from FC Tulsa. They're not everybody's favourite the way they play, but they get the ball forward quickly, and they've certainly started well inside the first 7 minutes here in this final.
They have. I mean, they've always been crucial back to front quickly. As you get a look at head coach Luke Spencer there, I mean, that's really been his MO, being productive with the ball, going back to front quickly with pace, and he has the caliber of players to be really threatening in front of goal, and it's gotten them obviously up to this point, and kind of that no-fight mentality as well with those late goals.
Ball down the right-hand side for New Mexico. Souza does well, and I think in the end Akale, hits the ball off. That's going to be a goal kick. And it seems like Luke Spencer can do no wrong, doesn't it? I mean, he brings on subs, and no pressure on Lukic tonight, by the way, but he brings on subs. He's made fantastic signings. He's well supported by the club. It's almost like he can't, he can't do any wrong, can he?
No, and I mean, throughout the season, he's been very consistent with his message as far as the players on the field. The lineups have shifted depending on who's playing well at the time, and is just breeding that competition as well throughout FC Tulsa, which has just helped them continue to raise their level. And I think it's just a testament to the standard that he's brought. Obviously had some experience with FC Tulsa the prior season in an assistant role, and has just continued to elevate the club.
Great respect from both coaches as well for each other, and the way that they're going about their business. Dennis Sanchez said, expect two distinctly different styles tonight, and it's kind of what we're seeing a little bit. It's a ball down the right-hand side into space. Batista's come across. He did give a little shove there, and I think there's going to be a free kick. It's an interesting one for me when a defender does that, and the ball seemed to be going out. Little push and giving a free kick away.
Yeah, I think a little bit of that is just the emotions that come with this game. You want to establish yourself early, right or wrong. I mean, just kind of comes with the territory of a final, and just a little extracurricular there, but those are the moments kind of need to be mindful, especially as the game continues to develop.
Three-way discussion here. Valentin Noel there wearing 21. Harris, who scored that wonderful goal that we showed you at the top of the programme to win the game 2-1 against Orange County in last week's semi-final. Akali, the man fouled there, wearing 11. Trying to work something out here. Noel, that didn't quite come off. DeLu. Storfer. Coley. Coley wins a challenge. Jamie Webber, who's not had a touch of the football yet. Good challenge coming in from Chris Gloucester. Another long throw coming up from Travion Souza. Lamar Batista and Ian, the two tall centre-backs. Delence Pierre's in there as well. Souza, can he just find the head of a player here to flick it on? Deep throw into the area. Keller with the header away. Back into the area. Stooping, header down and shakes. Saves on the line. And there's a player down. It's Alex DeLu. And the FC Tulsa players, Anna, wanted more with the high foot. Shakes with a good save. Brave header from DeLu. Let's have a look at the replay here.
Again, the long throws have been very threatening for FC Tulsa. And this one gets flicked back in, and then I think it's a brave header. You kind of dip low, you're risking yourself at that point. So I think both players coming in for the right reasons there, trying to clear that away. Unfortunate, DeLu on the unfavorable end of that seems to be up and good after. But, I mean, again, great save from Shakes, good effort from FC Tulsa there. Just shows you kind of the competitive nature of this Western Conference final.
It's one of those, Anna, isn't it, that when a player takes a shot and they're kind of fouled in the process, because they get the shot away, referees don't tend to give the free kicks. I think here, brave header from that man in frame, DeLu, and I think the referee says that's enough. Also, I'd say, in fairness to the defender, I don't think the foot was that high. Yes, it may have caught him in the head, and it's unfortunate. Alex DeLu, who was on the bench last week. Zelalem hasn't really had too many touches of the ball. Here's Shakes, who made a very good save. Let's not forget that, right on his line. DeLu caught it pretty well with the head. Zelalem twisting and turning. Coley there for company. Now, loose ball there. Can Calera get onto it? Shakes. Calera with a chance. Coley into the area. Elmenka hits another foot of Calera. And Shakes makes the save in the end. Well, that was nervy defending from New Mexico. And FC Tulsa were quickly on with their high press. Kalen Ryden. They want to play out again to New Mexico. Maples.
I think we'll get another look quickly at that last sequence, but it just goes to show you see FC Tulsa in numbers swarming New Mexico United, just making it so difficult for them to play out, and just results in a few errors, some sloppy passes, and almost a near goal opportunity here for FC Tulsa. Shakes able to bring it in again, but just goes to show you when FC Tulsa is defending from the front as a unit, things can change very quickly.
Souza, another long throw-in. FC Tulsa in the 14th minute here on the attack again. Sousa onto the left foot, hits Akali, headed on by Ian. Taylor Carrera's there. Play on, says the referee. Hurst gets a header in, and Akali says thank you very much, will clear the danger. And Stauffer will head it back to Tyler Derrick. Well, Gera Signs are industry leaders in visa processing for professional athletes. They work hard off the field for the players to succeed on it. Reach out today for your organisation's consultation. New Mexico, Anna, defending, but they're up against FC Tulsa's high press, which no FC Tulsa fan is surprised at that. They've been doing it all season.
No, and I don't think New Mexico United is surprised as well, but it's just something when you're in the moment, you want to try to get your head up quickly, but FC Tulsa is so quick to swarm as New Mexico United in space here. Here's Harris going to the byline, pulls it back, Coley's there, chips it forward, looking for Calera. He chests it down. Delenspierre plays it long. Taylor Carrera gets on the ball again for FC Tulsa. Now they want to switch from left to right, but that's just not going to find Sousa. We can see what they want to do. They want to go on the break quickly. They want to open up the field. But New Mexico are well organised, and they will slow things down here with Taylor Maples from Leander, Texas. Keller to Ryden. Back to Shakes. Zelalem under pressure again from Coley. And Coley, I think, has almost won that. Felt he was pulled back then. Maples. Zelalem into Valentin Noel. The referee's there as well, and the referee said it did hit him. Valentin Noel is a little bit upset. Just picking up a little bit of tactics here, Anna. Well, there's the numbers that have travelled to New Mexico, and they had a pretty good deal with their package of the bus and the tickets. And this is from last night. They were in town early. Yeah, last night FC Tulsa fans kind of hosted at Nothing's Left Brewery, and I think it's really neat. A lot of respect from both fan bases and well supported, obviously, in numbers, busing fans in to support the players. And we talked to a few of them ahead of tonight's match, and just really excited to watch a good game tonight. And it's a great atmosphere when you get sets of fans in the same stadium. And what is it, a 10-hour drive, isn't it, from Albuquerque to Tulsa? So well played to them, and they're enjoying themselves. Good sets of fans enjoying friendly banter, I hasten to add. Here's Noel on the left-hand side. Low ball into the box, just goes past Hurst's right foot through to Tyler Derrick. Well, from the ER to orthopedics to brain surgery, Ascension St. John has got you covered. Visit us at ascension.org/St. John. 17 minutes gone, 0-0 in the Western Conference Final. Thank you so much for joining us here on ESPN Plus, My 41 here in Tulsa, and also on Sirius XM 157. You are very welcome into One Oak Field in downtown Tulsa. Both of these teams in a conference final for the first time in their history, and the fans are determined to enjoy it. Lucas Stauffer drying the ball on a large towel, the smaller towels being waved by the fans here in One Oak Field. Low ball into the area, flicked on into the area. Taylor Carrera's there, Delenspierre's there, and Delenspierre said there was a touch off a defender. Referee disagrees, and it will be a goal kick. With the way FC Tulsa plays and the high press that we've mentioned, you can see how the long throw, it's not only that first ball, but the knockdown, that second ball, when it pops out, who gets there first. And both teams early on in this first half just trying to establish themselves, and FC Tulsa has been on the front foot from that perspective.
Interesting tactically for me as well, Anna, when you look down at Coley, wearing 26 for FC Tulsa, he's very, very high press on Zelalem. He's not letting Zelalem play in front of the back four and bring it out. That one goes through the shakes. And I think that's definitely a tactic from FC Tulsa. They're pushing Coley almost in behind the front three.
And you're right, just limiting the distribution and kind of the build-up play from New Mexico United all the way from back to front that they're used to playing, that's successful for them. And another takeaway here.
Jamie Webber, low into the box, goes behind everybody. Here's Akale, deep in his own territory, looks for a way out. Plays it to Bailey, who plays a stray pass. Maples keeps it in, but he's in the corner. Zelalem giving it away. Calera, Webber in space. Webber, left-footed shot, blocked from the defender. And still New Mexico can't clear their lines here, because back comes DeLu. FC Tulsa on the press here. Ian, the Brazilian, the latest signing for FC Tulsa. DeLu, it's such an attacking lineup. Delence-Pierre, Coley tries to help it on to Souza. Souza into the box, away by Gloucester. Only as far as Batista. FC Tulsa really trying to play the ball into the area again, and that one will go away. And I'm sure Chris Shakes here, Anna, for New Mexico will slow everything down and talk to his defenders, who seem a little bit nervy. It is a final, and it's not an easy place to play. But FC Tulsa are doing what they need to do, which is press early here and high.
Right, New Mexico United just trying to absorb some of that pressure, but I think it's important from an FC Tulsa perspective, especially in championship games like this, when you have your moments, when you have those waves and riding that momentum, you have to score, because especially with a team like New Mexico United, it can flip so quickly. A lot of quality players here, so FC Tulsa really pushing these last few minutes, but head coach Luke Spencer will want a goal to show for it, as New Mexico United just trying to weather this storm a bit.
Elmedgar with a header forward. Here's Keller. Up to Hurst. Giving it away again. Here's Jamie Webber down the centre of the field. Calera. Calera can hit them. He does hit them across goal. It was always going wide, but that's how quickly FC Tulsa can hit you. Webber took the ball, gave it to that man there, and he just drags his shot.
Again, most of FC Tulsa's chances have come off of the takeaway. They're so organized defensively, and when they attack together in numbers with pace. And Carrera, leading goal scorer for FC Tulsa, first team all-leaguer, trying to find the back of the net there. Doesn't get a hold of it the way he wants to, but in space he can be dangerous.
Keller heads away, only as far as Elmedgar. Neat play from Elmedgar, but then it's given away. Zelalem won it back. Hurst will lay it off. Valentin Noel was fouled by Ian inside the centre circle. Ian said he didn't do much of a touch. Valentin Noel, the Frenchman, wasn't happy with the challenge. But let's have a look at this and see what the referee does here.
And New Mexico United trying to move quickly from right to left. It's hard to see from that angle how much contact there was. And I think Ian's probably trying to be a bit thoughtful there, trying to slow the transition down.
Valentin Noel from Nyon in France. Very important player. Came over from Las Vegas Lights following his manager in July 2025. He's done really well in the number 10 position. Clever player. Calera closing down Keller. Comes nicely here to Elmedgar. Coley could hit one. And Noel again comes in, and he's in the wars because he's gone down again. He's up again though. Bailey. Akale. Bailey again. Delence-Pierre in there quickly. Well, you can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. The championship final will be available in Spanish along with select matches in 2026. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Storfer's got in there, and then Storfer's been fouled. And Mr. Dotka, the referee, will give a free kick to FC Tulsa. Again, it was a loose ball out of defence, Anna. Lucas Storfer was fouled by Harris. Referee's going to have a talking to. I like this refereeing. There's been a few fouls. No cards. It's a final. And I think Mr. Dotka's done a good job there. Needs a cool head to be the official in a final where so much is at stake. Jamie Webber will take this free kick for FC Tulsa. A couple of players have gone down. Gloucester and Batista pick each other up. Referee wants a little chat with Keller there, the number 4. So we wait for the free kick. Webber waits on the FC Tulsa right. Plenty of players in the box. A line of yellow shirts being held on the roundabout 8 yards out from the goal line. Chris Shakes, the goalkeeper, waits a couple of yards out. Low ball into the box here. Batista with the back heel, and it's cleared off the line by Kalen Ryden. Clever from Batista. Anna Bergel close.
Close. Ryden on that far post, watching it all the way in, clears it off the line. Big moment there for New Mexico United, as FC Tulsa has already had 3 shots on goal. That was the 4th. And still defending strong. We'll get another look at it here. The free kick again with pace from Webber. And Batista, the defender, understands where he is, right at the top of the 6. But Ryden was ready and waiting.
This has a totally different feel to the game we had last week here at One Oak Field. Everybody knows that that was a battle and it was won very late on. This has goalmouth action, and let's be honest, to New Mexico, they're hanging in there. It's 0-0, but it's a totally different feel, isn't it?
It is. I mean, the game last week, you knew tactically not going to give much up, both defensively very solid. In this game, we've seen some tactical tweaks kind of from both teams, and right now FC Tulsa has been able to execute the defending from the front, turnovers, but still searching for that first goal. New Mexico United defensively has been able to hold FC Tulsa off up to this point.
Congratulations to Pittsburgh, who've beaten Rhode Island by 1-0. So they will travel to either the Lab in Albuquerque to New Mexico, or here to One Oak Field in next week's final, which we'll tell you about in just a moment. Of course, this is first v third in the regular season standings, and so these two teams, the highest ranked, will host the final. Tyler Derrick forward, looking for Webber, who flicks it on. Calera's in there. Gloucester gets a foot in. Webber again. Cleverly gets the ball into Calera. Now Delu's in there. It's going to go away for our first Katrina Freshmax corner. Lucas Storfer, the captain. There he is. He wants more from the One Oak faithful. But New Mexico will want their fans to help them out here and defend this corner, Anna, which is going to be taken by Messrs. Webber and Coley.
Bit of creativity from FC Tulsa in the corner there, and just the continuous pressure. Great opportunity, earns first corner kick of the game for FC Tulsa.
Jamie Webber holds the right arm aloft. Delu waits on the edge of the area. Souza and Storfer are back. Coley into the area, flicked on. Batista gets a foot on. And then it comes off to Lenspierre, and it's going to go away for a goal kick. Goal kick. There's Lenspierre, who was signed as a centre-back. Let's have a look at the head-to-head this season with Anna Bergel.
Yeah, I mean, obviously FC Tulsa at home, the 5-2 win. They actually were down at half 1-0 and then just turned it on completely in the second half. And then a much tighter game at New Mexico in front of a large crowd at the Lab, able to edge that one out. And then coming into tonight's game, you knew it was going to be a completely different game, and Luke Spencer mentioned that midweek. I mean, the fact that they had beaten New Mexico United a couple of times this season, put that out the window. Playoffs are a completely different ball game, and you knew it would be different. And New Mexico United, credit to them, great season, 2 bold playoff wins, and so far 0-0.
Ian and Hurst here having a conversation, and referees asking Valentine Noel to go away. I think Ian and Hurst will shake hands there. Hurst has not had too much of the ball up front, but he's a very prolific striker. He is the top goal scorer for New Mexico, the man from Stirling in Scotland. Goes back to Tyler Derrick. Derrick clears down the FC Tulsa right. There's a header from Gloucester. Throw in again. Lucas Storfer wants to get on with this one quickly. Well, as the world demands low-cost, low-carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. Here's Jamie Webber. And that'll be a throw in to New Mexico. Chris Gloucester has done pretty well at left back there. Joined New Mexico in January 2024. He did have a loan spell to Sac Republic in 2021, but he's been a good servant to New Mexico. There is an offside flag up there. FC Tulsa will have a free kick. Well, I've just told you that the Championship final, the USL Championship final, you can watch that one. It's next Saturday, November the 22nd, on the CBS television network. The final 2 teams take to the field at noon Eastern, with the winner taking home the 2025 championship title. You can go to uslchampionship.com for all the latest playoff information. And just to repeat again, the winner of this final will host that championship final. Gloucester then with the throw-in for New Mexico United. We're in the 32nd minute here in the Western Conference final here at One Oak Field in downtown Tulsa. Akale had the ball taken away from him by Coley. And I'm sure New Mexico will want a little bit better service to the front man, Greg Hurst, Anna. They've done it a few times. I haven't put too much together. They want to improve on that.
Absolutely. I mean, when they're able to combine getting those front players involved, they can be very dangerous. The runs off the ball, the movement, and that's what's really been successful for them throughout the season. But so far, just FC Tulsa has been able to keep them pretty quiet. But if New Mexico United can find that rhythm, put a little bit of pressure on the back line of FC Tulsa, can change this game.
Hurst flicks that one on. Batista's there. But so's Akale. Now Hurst has got a little bit free down that right-hand side. Ian with a good challenge. Well timed by the Brazilian. He's been a fantastic signing for Luke Spencer and the FC Tulsa team. And coming in from ABC FC in Brazil.
He has. He's done a lot of the simple work that you just want a defender to do. He's clean. He times tackles well. He's also really good in the air, and just those attributes that you would want from a center back. And I think coming in late in the season, he's fit right in really well from a chemistry perspective, and you can tell it seems like he's slotted right into this lineup for Luke Spencer and his team.
Tyler Derrick then with the traditional punt down the field. El Medcar, who's not really been in the game too much, shakes, comes out of his area and dive header away. El Medcar's not had too much down this left-hand side to get involved, Anna.
No, he hasn't. I mean, he'll definitely want more of the touches, but most of it has come through Carrera. Weber, Stauffer's been really involved.
Valentin Noel goes down. There was a foot in there from Lamar Batista. Batista, who was voted into the USL Championship second team as one of only 2 players. Maples was also just right on cue there in that team. Souza could try one. Souza onto his left foot, does try one, and it bounces in front of Shakes, who does very well. Taylor Carrera got into the first all-championship team, which obviously was dominated by Louisville City and Charleston Battery players. Peter Wilson, the top goal scorer for the whole league, Golden Boot winner, he was in it too, from Oakland Roots. Here's Stauffer. Calera. DeLu. Calera out wide. Stauffer. Good building from FC Tulsa. DeLu. 35 minutes have gone, and that one in the end rolls away for a goal kick. Chris Shakes and the referee will have a conversation. Mr. Docker's saying that we've got to keep this game going, something like that anyway. Shakes, who's done really well in goal for New Mexico. Only conceded that goal last week against Orange County in the postseason. FC Tulsa have not conceded a goal in their last 3 games, and also the last team to score here at One Oak Field was Birmingham Legion back on September the 6th in a 1-1 draw. They've been hard to break down at home of FC Tulsa. But then you're looking at a New Mexico team. They're on a very fine run of form. 37th minute here, 0-0. Crowd are packed in. It is officially a sellout here at One Oak Field, with 9,000 plus in the stadium. Here's El Medcar. Forward for Souza. Souza trying to get the ball in, but Akale was back there defending pretty well. Bailey. Maples back in field to Akale. Akale, ball stolen off him by Weber. Here's Taylor Carrera now. Carrera inside the area, wants to get it back on his right foot, surrounded by yellow shirts. Valentin Noel plays it out. Carrera just couldn't get a shot away. Souza back to Weber. Jamie Weber to the far post. That's over everybody. And I want to ask you about this. Obviously, it's a high press from FC Tulsa, and that typified it for me there, where Jamie Weber won that ball back high up the field, and it's something I'm sure Dennis Sanchez and his team will want to talk about at halftime.
Right. I mean, that's the MO of FC Tulsa, and they've been able to execute that really well in this first half. And I think when you have all of those players bought in, it makes it that much more dangerous, and they press with pace. But I will say, I mean, FC Tulsa, so far, they've had 11 shot attempts, 5 of those on goal. Have to put one away as the game continues to develop, because New Mexico United will adjust, and this team is quality, and once they get into a rhythm, it can really change the landscape of this game, and especially in tight matches like this, want to take advantage of the waves when they come. But FC Tulsa, so far, the high press has been really impactful in their attack.
You just feel, though, at any moment New Mexico can switch this on And having soaked up the pressure, it's a sign of an experienced team that can catch you on the break and go in at half-time with a goal. But FC Tulsa come again, and there's a real chance! Calera! And he scores! He breaks the deadlock! The top goal scorer scores again! You felt it was coming, and Calera pounced on the ball, and he wasn't going to miss that one. First blood to FC Tulsa. FC Tulsa 1, New Mexico United 0.
Unbelievable here at One Oak Field. And again, the high press from FC Tulsa, so impactful, able to close in quickly with numbers, and Carrera pounces on it, puts that one away. And FC Tulsa has really been pushing all first half. They've been all over this New Mexico United defense, bound to get one at some point, and finally able to break through here.
Let's have another look at it, Anna, and just see the high press here and how they broke this defense down.
I mean, you see FC Tulsa players, as soon as the ball is won, multiple getting involved in the attack, and Carrera, with the caliber of player that he is, stays calm in that moment and able to finish that cleanly.
16th goal of the season for FC Tulsa's top goal scorer. And you used the word calm there. I mean, some were saying, come on, shoot. You know, he really did take his time, but he was going to finish that, and he doesn't have to have too many chances. And he breaks the deadlock. And, you know, it took 122 minutes last week. Nobody cared in the end, but that's just what FC Tulsa really deserve in this game, let's be honest. The way that they've pressed that defense, and Chris Shakes in the New Mexico goal. El Medcar, can he get on the end of this one? Shakes gets that one taken. Maples bringing it forward now for New Mexico United. FC Tulsa won it back and then giving it away. Zico Bailey running at the defense inside the area. Immediate reply, but Souza gets a tackle in. It's going to roll away for a Katrina Freshmax corner. Souza there stuck to his task, but don't count New Mexico out. They were quickly onto that, and Zico Bailey did well in the midfield.
The next 5 minutes after scoring a goal, so important defensively, mentally, to stay switched on for FC Tulsa. You saw kind of that errant pass there, and New Mexico United able to quickly in transition, earning a corner kick opportunity here.
They wanted to take it, and then the referee's just going to add to the drama here. Talk to a couple of players for something. There's somebody injured there, I think. It's Souza, I think. And then he's standing up straight to have the talking to from Mr. Dobka. So still we await the corner. Akale into the area, away. Valentin Noel, good skill from the Frenchman. He goes down, and the referee says it will be a foul. Now we'll have a look at what went on here. Some of the FC Tulsa players aren't happy with a high foot. I wonder if we're going to see anything on the replay. Let's have a look at this. It's Jamie Webber down with a leg injury. Here's Anna Bergel.
Again, that second ball is always where you're looking, and oh man, both players coming in at it. Tough to see from that angle. It was a dangerous challenge, though.
Webber's still down.
Potentially could see another side of that, but yeah, you kind of saw from our angle, it looked like both players in a similar fashion, but you see kind of the argument there from Webber. Good sporting. Noel coming over. Check, make sure everything's okay there.
I have old eyes, Anna Bergel, but I think that looked like a good old-fashioned 50-50,
right,
which maybe the game of football has lost a little bit, and it is a final, it's competitive. Both players are walking away. So it was a let's say a full-blooded challenge. Result: FC Tulsa have a free kick, and Valentin Noel gets the first Lacourse Law yellow card. FC Tulsa leading by a goal to nil. Taylor Carrera's 16th of the season, timed at 39 minutes, breaking the deadlock. Tyler Derrick with a long way to kick this ball to the nearest player, out to the right. It's a header from Zelalem, and it's a free kick to FC Tulsa, who would dearly love another goal. There's Zelalem. Spent a long time at Arsenal. There in North London did Zelalem. Played in the youth teams, then up to the first team. Has also represented the USA under 20 and under 23 team. First season with New Mexico. Very important to the central midfield doing the blue collar work. Jamie Webber will take his time. Big moment in the game. A second for FC Tulsa puts obviously daylight between the two teams. Webber into the danger area, overshakes. It's going to go away for a goal kick. Well, tonight's match is brought to you by Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place delivering lasting pain relief. We're going to see 2 minutes of Tulsa Tech stoppage time before both coaches can get their players into the locker room to have a little sit down and talk about how they're going to approach the second half. Luke Spencer there. Shakes, takes the goal kick. Away by Batista. Coley plants it forward. That one goes all the way through to the New Mexico goalkeeper, Chris Shakes. Well, we hope you're enjoying this final on ESPN Plus here in Tulsa on My 41 and also on Sirius XM 157. You're very welcome here. Dave Saunders, joined as always by former professional Anna Bergel, watching two teams in their first ever finals battling it out here at One Oak Field. Here's Kip Keller on loan from Minnesota United. El Mecca's won the ball, but adjudged to have fouled. Early ball, good ball as well. Harris, who's come over to the right-hand side, tries to switch the play to the left. Gloucester's up there from left back. Noel. Zelalem, Bailey, they exchange passes. Good finish from New Mexico here in the Tulsa Tech stoppage time that we're playing at the end of this first half. Patient build-up from the New Mexico side here, but FC Tulsa won it back, and Stauffer does really well to wrong-foot the attacker. Now, if FC Tulsa got one last attack in them. Ball's forward. El Mecca won't get on the end of that one because Shakes comes out and quickly bowls it out here to Taylor Maples. Maples crosses the halfway line down the New Mexico right. And Akale can take no further passes in the game because the referee, Mr. Dopke, says that will do it for the first half. And Anna Bergel, even a neutral, I think, tuning into this one, will say that FC Tulsa deserved to go in at the break ahead in this game.
I think head coach Luke Spencer, by his own standards, would have wanted one or two more. I mean, FC Tulsa swarming New Mexico United in this first half. They've always been really threatening, defending from the front, and able to pounce on it. And Carrera, you get a look there, able to break the deadlock for FC Tulsa in the first half.
FC Tulsa ahead then. We've got lots to get through in the Williams halftime show. We'll send you to break now. FC Tulsa 1, New Mexico United 0.
Dear future Charlie, Mom said life is full of opportunities. She also said life is full of learning new things. Really, really cool new things. And when you have the right tools, there are a lot of skills to learn. If we all do the best we possibly can, you just never know whose life might change
for the better.
Mom and Dad can be a little competitive.
They get all, yeah, buddy, and heck yeah.
Lucky for them, Main Event has over 85 games and activities to play together, so they can get rematch after rematch after rematch. So do something awesome together.
Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford, and we're proud to be part of the Tulsa community and Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 16 years, providing you with unmatched sales and ownership experience. We're grateful for the trust and support you've shown us, making our continued growth and success possible. Here's to 16 years of sales leadership and many more to come.
Join us at Bill Knight Ford and BillKnightFord.com, 96th and Memorial, and home of the Knight Advantage.
When I come home, it's like I feel like I'm in my dream home. I've been doing a little research on HELOCs, and I went to Oklahoma Central Credit Union. They were wonderful. We've added pretty much a new addition to our house. We didn't even have to pay the closing cost. They paid it for us. So I've been with Oklahoma Central for quite a while. I'm not going anywhere else.
A 16th of the season for FC Tulsa's Taylor Carrera separates the two sides in this final. We're back with more after the break.
Richie for tequila! Yes, sir! It's in! Mauricio saves! Spokane Velocity in the USL League One final!
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water unique? It's our commitment to making our bottles from at least 50% recycled plastic. In fact, Crystal Geyser is the only beverage company in the U.S. to exclusively own and operate 2 plastic recycling facilities. And you can help us make an impact too by always remembering to recycle your bottles. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Simple, but not easy.
On USL All Access, what Luke and Lukic have in common for top seed Tulsa, why New Mexico getting to their first conference final shouldn't be a surprise, how Pittsburgh got to their first East final by doing things just a little bit differently, and how Rhode Island became the old head in the Final Four in the USL Championship. Looking back on the conference semis, getting you set for the conference finals this week on USL All Access.
Welcome back into One Oak Field as you take a look at the night sky here in downtown Tulsa. Let's have a look at the bracket, which is slowly whittled down. You can see FC Tulsa there leading the way at the top, and obviously New Mexico here, deservedly so. And Anna, congratulations to Pittsburgh. They are safely in the final. Will they go to New Mexico or will they come here to Walnut Field? We don't know, but congratulations to them, and also these two teams on the left-hand side of the bracket there.
Absolutely. It's been a really fun season to watch, obviously, and the playoffs were no different. Saw some surprises. Detroit City FC with an upset, and Rhode Island again making a great run. They had an outstanding season as well, but it'll be exciting to see who Pittsburgh faces in the final.
Well, at this point, we bring you scores from around the league, and there's only been one game, and we've already kind of told you about it. There it is. Congratulations. Robbie Mertz with the goal there, winning that one in the 55th minute. Congratulations to Robbie Mertz, an experienced USL player. And of course, here it's 1-0 to FC Tulsa. Pittsburgh waiting for the winners of this one. As we turn to news and notes, and record crowds attend the semi-finals. FC Tulsa set a club record with 7,917 fans, while Pittsburgh Riverhounds welcomed a club record 6,220 fans for conference semi-finals. Well done to 7 USL Championship players who have been named to represent their countries in World Cup qualifying next week, which, Anna, again tells you the strength of the USL Championship. And don't forget USL League One and USL League Two. It just gets the quality and the global feel to this league. Seems to get more every year.
Absolutely. I mean, the standard just continues to go higher, and people are watching. You mentioned the record crowds. FC Tulsa, I believe, breaking their own record again tonight with over 9,000 fans. So it's exciting to see people paying attention to the USL Championship.
And how about dramatic? Stefan Lukic's goal in the 122nd minute of extra time for FC Tulsa was the latest goal scored in league playoffs history. Congratulations to Stefan Lukic, who's on the bench tonight. We'll take one more break. We'll come back and we'll show you the highlights of the first half of this Western Conference final. FC Tulsa leading by a 1-0.
What does it take to safely transport 1/3 of America's natural gas? To meet the ever-growing energy demands of revolutionary technologies? To cleanly, reliably, and affordably power the world? It takes experience. 117 years worth. Experience that helps society move towards brave new horizons in technology and innovation that continues powering the future of our nation and the globe. Experience powers us.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket? No, but we do make them work. Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Welcome back into 1-0 Field. Let's run the highlights of the first half. And FC Tulsa and Abergel were on the front foot. But first of all, we'll tell you that Arvis Bank, we believe you deserve a bank, and that's in your corner. Ascension St. John, illness and injuries don't wait, neither do we. Ascension St. John has got you covered. Visit us at ascension.org/St. John. by Bill Knight Ford, home of the Knight Advantage, and by Williams, we make clean energy happen. Sorry, folks, got a little bit ahead of myself there. Let's run the highlights now. And FC Tulsa were on the front foot early in this game.
And you knew coming into this game, FC Tulsa, with the high press and just the sheer number of bodies in, brave header early on from DeLu, but Shakes has had a few good saves in this first half for New Mexico United. But this is just a prime example of FC Tulsa surging forward, swarming in numbers, making it really difficult for New Mexico United to play out of the back like they like to do. They like to have possession. They like to get into those rhythms. And this is how FC Tulsa makes it so tough for teams. And ultimately, it's how they were able to get their first goal in this first half. Taylor Calera able to get on the end of that one there. As you see this wide angle, 4 FC Tulsa players just swarming and with pace, with numbers going forward. And Calera doing a nice job to just stay calm, find the back of the net, and erupting One Oak Field.
Let's have a look at the stats, and I think the stats are going to tell you a story. Look at the shots there, Anna. It has been one-way traffic. You're not counting New Mexico out of the game by any stretch of the imagination. It's only 1 goal, but that is good stats for FC Tulsa.
Absolutely, and go all the way back. Remember, when FC Tulsa won 5-2, they were down 1-0 at half. So tables can turn quickly here, and New Mexico United still with some possession, so they'll just want to move higher up on the pitch with that possession, be more productive in front of goal, and get those players on the front 4 involved, because when they have good movement off the ball, combining, they can be really dangerous. But in the first half, FC Tulsa, 6 shots on target, and if your head coach Luke Spencer wanted to see a bit more in the back of the net, so they'll want to come out quickly here, find that second, extend the lead. But New Mexico United, they'll have to come out quickly on the front foot to try to find the equalizer.
Yeah, they certainly will. I was going to ask you what you think. Obviously, we never know, but just what you think Dennis Sanchez may have said to his New Mexico team down there in the locker room.
It's tough to say, but I'd imagine something like, guys, not the best first half, obviously absorbed some of that pressure, have to play quicker, and there might be moments where maybe they have to respect the opponent and go over the top, get players forward, get numbers into the attack, because it's really tough for FC Tulsa to break that down. But you get a look here, New Mexico United unbeaten in their last 9. So they are in great form, as you mentioned, coming off of a late winner against Orange County. So they have that to draw from in their experience. So I think at halftime, you have the chance to reset, come out. It's a completely new half, obviously down a goal, so that changes the dynamic. But a quick goal absolutely changes the landscape of this second half.
Yeah, say again, this game far from over. If you're FC Tulsa, you're wanting a second pretty quickly. If you're New Mexico, as you said, get back on level terms, and then who knows where this final goes from there.
Absolutely. I mean, both of these teams coming out, and you see with confidence, kind of huddling, trying to get their game plan. If you're FC Tulsa, you can feel the energy in this stadium. They've been breeding off of it, and that's going to be key in this second half as the game continues to develop, especially if it stays tight. And New Mexico United, they have supporters in numbers as well, too, coming from 10 hours away, busing overnight, wanting to will their team here into their first championship final as well. So as we've mentioned, don't count them out yet. Shakes as well, goalkeeper, had some great saves in the first half, so that could have been a difference as well, but he's kept the game tight, and New Mexico United with a chance to come out here and change the second half.
Do you expect FC Tulsa to continue exactly as they did in the first half?
I don't think they change a thing. And the biggest thing that has to change, that I think Luke Spencer probably mentioned this at half, just be clinical in front of goal. Take that breath. When you do win that takeaway, when you have numbers going forward, make sure you're making the right decision and just execute in that moment, because they've done all the right things in the midfield, winning that first ball, winning that second ball, staying cohesive as a unit when they're defending. So now it's just about putting it together and finding the back of the net again.
Crowd in full voice again, getting ready for this half. There's Luke Spencer, who knows that this is far from over in this Western Conference final here at One Oak Field. You expect New Mexico to really come at FC Tulsa. Valentin Noel, almost like a game of rugby, kicks for touch, and there'll be a throw-in for FC Tulsa, level with their 18-yard line for Travion Souza. Interesting start to the second half from the Frenchman there. No substitutions. as you probably would expect. 2 players go down, Calera and Kip Keller. Free kick to FC Tulsa. Never seen an atmosphere like this at One Oak Field for a game of soccer. Fans have been clamouring for tickets all week, and the grassy banks are full tonight. They stopped selling tickets for those. All the seats have been taken, and again we say fans from both teams here. And the black and yellow are going to be willing their team on in the second half, as will the home fans. There's Chris Shakes, the goalkeeper, who was beaten by Taylor Carrera, 16th of the season, top goal scorer. There's the New Mexico fans. Some of them travelled overnight, the 10-hour journey east for them. Pretty much due east as well, isn't it, to Tulsa. There they are in full voice. We spoke to some of them, season ticket holders. They certainly are a tremendous fan base, well respected around the leagues. Here's the long throw from Travion Souza into the danger, flicked on. Valentin Noel back there as a temporary left back. Now he's given it away to Jamie Webber. Webber to DeLu. DeLu against Noel. DeLu wants to go to the line. Oh, and he gets brought down. Noel's got to be careful. He's already had a yellow card. Good skill from Alex DeLu. Jamie Webber linking up well there. Let's have a look at this, Anna. Noel's got to be careful. He's had a yellow card, as I said. Good play from DeLu.
Yeah, DeLu 1v1, just the quick feet, draws into and then trying to break free and just gets clipped. But you're right, Noel has to be mindful, especially already on a yellow card.
Giordano Coley, first year with FC Tulsa. What a first year he's had as well. From Perth, Australia. Used to play for Perth Glory in the A-League. Again, a little bit of chat in the area from the referee. The pushing and the shoving going on as players vie for the small amount of area that's in the 6-yard box in front of Chris Shakes' goal. Here is Coley. Hits the one-man wall and goes away for a throw-in for FC Tulsa.
Mexico United exhales a little bit. FC Tulsa has been really productive with set pieces this season, but that one gets blocked, and Stauffer, I believe, will try the long throw here again for FC Tulsa.
Yeah, Lucas Stauffer it is, just out of shot at the moment. Well, there he is. He's saying, I can throw it further than that. Get back a little bit, Lamar Batista. Here is the long throw, right under the keeper's nose. Header away from Keller. Referee said there was pushing, and that will be a defensive free kick. Chris Shakes wearing 13. He's been beaten in the first half by Taylor Carrera on 39 minutes. It's the goal that separates the two sides. Delancpierre wins one header, then another header. Ball forward. It's going to be headed back by Chris Shakes. Of course, Delancpierre in the midfield knows what it's like to win a championship. Did it last year with Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, who FC Tulsa beat in the quarterfinal by a 1-0. Then they beat Phoenix Rising by a 1-0 with that dramatic late winner from Stefan Lukic. Keller heads away. Here they are in their first ever Western Conference final. New Mexico have had good success down the years. They made the quarterfinal in 2019, losing to Sacramento Republic by 2-1. A battle there Be a free kick to New Mexico. In 2020, they beat San Antonio by 1-0 after extra time, and then went down in penalties by 5-3 in the penalty shootout to El Paso. But then it was back in 2022. They made the playoffs again, losing to Sac Republic 2-0. Then it was Sac Republic again who beat them in 2023, but they made the playoffs again. And then last year, 2024, they won the Western Conference with 59 points. They beat Phoenix Rising by 2-1. They lost in the semi-finals to Las Vegas Lights, Anna, by 1-0. And who was the Las Vegas Lights coach that year? It was Dennis Sanchez. There's Weber into the box through to Chris Shakes. So Dennis Sanchez knows what it's like to play in these late rounds in the playoffs. He's an experienced coach, and I'm sure he's got some tactics up his sleeve to change this as Keller brings it out for New Mexico United. Valentin Noel. Gloucester's up from left back to Harris here. Harris goes on the run. Back across goal! Shot and deflected wide by Batista, who celebrates like he's just scored a goal. And Zico Bailey can't believe it. Really good move from New Mexico.
Again, Harris on the outside can be so dangerous, that extra change of pace, and that's the right ball. Pulls that ball back to Bailey, but Batista stops him right in his tracks. Outstanding block, he can't believe it, but earns a corner kick opportunity here.
Katrina Fresh Max corner. Harris into the danger area, punch away from Derek. So to come here for a shot towards goal. Brilliant block again from Batista. Here's Harris. The shot there was from Gloucester. And the referee, I think, said there was an offside flag. I think, to be fair to Tyler Derrick, I think he did have it covered, but Batista did what a good defender does, and that's block the shot. There's Mr. Dobka, the centre referee.
And that's what Batista has done all season for FC Tulsa. He's calm on his feet. He's been able to distribute really well, but the tall frame, he's really been crucial in those interceptions at the last second. And that's where FC Tulsa's keepers throughout the season haven't had to make too many saves, just because of the ability of the back line in front of them.
Now, Greg Hurst there with a flailing arm. He's unhappy, the Scotsman. He's played for 6 different sides in Scotland. He also played for Phoenix Rising. Scored the opener last week in the semi-final versus Orange County in that 2-1 win. We showed you at the top of the programme. Experienced striker. Loves the club. Would dearly love to put the ball in the back of the net to level things up here tonight. Gloucester goes back to Shakes. Hurried clearance from Shakes. Well, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. New Mexico breaking forward again with Maples. Akale. Bailey. Keller. Better from New Mexico here. Ryden out to Harris. FC Tulsa having to defend now. Gloucester to Kip Keller. Quickly in was Jamie Weber. Now Calera. It was good from New Mexico. They were building really well, Anna, but again, FC Tulsa, when they win it back, they want to get forward quickly.
New Mexico United working the ball from side to side, switching the point of attack well, but you're right, when FC Tulsa is able to intercept those square passes with pace. But New Mexico United recovered quickly, kind of slowed the break down, but still trying to absorb a bit of pressure here.
FC Tulsa leading by a goal to nil as we take a look at Dennis Sanchez. Watching another long throw from Travion Souza here with a packed goal mouth. He has got players that he can bring on. Usman Jabang scored a wonderful goal here, albeit in the 5-2 defeat. Sergio Rivas on the bench. Players that can change games. Referee has another chat. Souza now comes up to the line, low into the box. Shakes gets a header on it. It's back towards goal, and it's a second for FC Tulsa. It's turned in by Taylor Carrera for his second of the game. It might have been scrappy. It might not be his best of the season, but nobody in the FC Tulsa camp cares. FC Tulsa 2, New Mexico United 0.
Taylor Calera again for FC Tulsa, the brace. It's Ian with the thoughtful ball in. He just puts that on frame with the instep. And FC Tulsa swarming the defense of New Mexico United and the brace. And this crowd absolutely loving it here at One Oak Field.
Let's have another look at it, and I've never heard noise like this here at One Oak Field. Here's the long throw in, chaos caused. Clever from Ian, as you said, and Calera, like all good goal scorers, on the line, just helping it over the line. 2-0 FC Tulsa, daylight between the two teams. Now New Mexico have a steeper hill to climb. Delence Pierre down the right-hand side. Ball goes back to Shakes. Batista wins a header over Hurst. Khalil El Medkar. Souza, who caused the chaos from the right. Coley's in behind the defence here, but Keller gets there and helps it back to Shakes, who's grateful to take that one and roll it out to Kalen Ryden. Taylor Carrera now up to 17 goals and of course now sits on a hat-trick. I said to you, Anna Bergel, just before the second half kicked off, do FC Tulsa change anything? And you said no, they keep playing the same way, and that's exactly what they've done. It's the high press again. It's causing chaos in the box. Coley's got it high up the field here again for FC Tulsa, and they just keep coming at you, don't they?
It's been impressive how they've been able to keep the intensity and energy of the high press. Because they have, I mean, when one player goes, all of the players behind him follows, and they've sustained it really well in the first half and into the second here.
There's a late challenge and good refereeing, nothing developed. And FC Tulsa are starting to knock the ball around now. And that man, the captain, Kalen Ryden, has got to lead his team here. He's experienced 6 seasons with New Mexico. Had a season down the turnpike with OKC Energy back in the day. Everybody back in a yellow shirt now. Thanks again for your company here on Sirius XM 157, ESPN Plus, and My 41 here in Tulsa. Dave Saunders, Anna Bergel, if you can hear us over the noise. They've started the wave now in the stadium. Shakes comes out. That's a very good take from the goalkeeper. Really good from the goalkeeper, who has to keep focused. Gloucester, Kip Keller. The wave is going round One Oak Field. Keller with a long ball forward. Stauffer gets the challenge in ahead of Harris. Don't count New Mexico out yet. A goal brings them back into this final. They've had a wonderful last third of this season. 9 games unbeaten. Gloucester's gone round 2, gets pulled down. free kick. Zellerland. Kip Keller. Good play from Keller to Zellerland. Akale, who can turn a game on its head at any moment. Calera. Akale did really well to get the challenge in. There's Luke Spencer there with Travion Souza. The atmosphere here is something to behold. We hope you can pick it up on our effects mics here on ESPN Plus and on My 41 here in Tulsa, and also on the radio, Sirius XM. We're glad to have your company. Congratulations again to Pittsburgh, who await the winners of this game. At the moment, Pittsburgh will be coming here to One Oak Field next Saturday. Free kick to FC Tulsa. Delence Pierre was fouled. Well, soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. And lots of people will be going to SeatGeek to get their tickets for the final as soon as they know where it's going to be. Throw into FC Tulsa. Souza again with a throw in. Kip Keller heads away. Throw into New Mexico. Got to find a way. First of all, getting out of their own half and getting the ball up to the likes of Valentin Noel and Greg Hurst. Keller was under pressure again, high press from Taylor Carrera.
And Taylor Carrera, obviously his goal scoring ability, but that was something that Luke Spencer mentioned that he loved so much about his play was his high work rate. He's constantly working off the ball, defending, and it starts from the front, and he's really led the charge for FC Tulsa this season, obviously from a goal scoring perspective, but also just the energy and the defense that he has brought in that forward position.
Forward come New Mexico again. Harris just about keeps the ball in on the left-hand side. Zellerland. Keller brings the ball forward from the back, continues his run. Zellerland. Here's Keller. Change is imminent. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow shirts, Anna. We're going to see a quadruple substitution, not something you see very often, but clearly Dennis Sanchez has had enough of this and he's going to switch it up. And they come forward here. That is away from Coley. It's going to be a corner. Katrina Freshmack's corner. Akale will take this one with the left foot. Before the 4 substitutes can make their way in, it's Akale. There they are waiting to come in with the 4th official, Matthew Corrigan. Zellerland into the danger area, away. Hurst heads it forward. There's a shot chased down by Alex DeLue. That one will roll away. And we will see the 4 substitutes coming on. Jalen Lindsay, Sergio Rivas, Thomas Among and Luther Archimede are going to come on here. Greg Hurst makes way. Zellerland will be withdrawn. Taylor Maples is being withdrawn, the number 12 as well. And also Akale. So it's brave from Dennis Sanchez, but something has to happen for them now, doesn't it?
It's brave, but your season's on the line. So something needs to change, and especially with the caliber of players that they have on the bench to step in, bring some new energy, and 4 players can make a difference in this game. Obviously, one coming on can make a difference, but when you bring in 4, as you mentioned, you don't see that too often because it can really kind of impact the rhythm of a team, but that's what's needed right now for New Mexico United.
Rivas has gone into the midfield alongside Zico Bailey, but pushing on a little bit further. Arkamidi. And this is where things can change. There's 4 fresh players on the field now. FC Tulsa have to stand firm. Low ball into the box. It's loose. It's a shot. It hits the bar. Can you believe it? Dayon Harris has hit the bar. FC Tulsa get very lucky. New Mexico coming forward again. That one hits Coley. There's a header from Rivas and then away from El Medcar.
Talked about the change in energy with the players stepping on, but New Mexico United, great build up here, good ball in, gets a deflection, well struck, and Tyler Derrick exhales a sigh of relief there as that one hits the crossbar.
Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place, delivering lasting pain relief. Well, moments in, games just a few inches lower, and that would have been 2-1. They come forward again. This is better from New Mexico. They need to get a goal and get on the board. Rivas. Gloucester. Bailey. To Keller. Everybody inside the FC Tulsa half now. Jalen Lindsay. Ryden to Bailey. Keller now having to go back to his goalkeeper, Shakes. That was a slightly nervous back pass as well. Here is Keller again. FC Tulsa leading by 2-0, a goal in each half from top goal scorer Taylor Carrera. But this is better from New Mexico, who've brought on 4 substitutes. Souza gets a header in. Jalen Lindsay. To Keller. Gloucester, who's got to come forward a little bit more from his left-back role. Sergio Rivas. Now FC Tulsa, Anna, are obviously a lower block now, aren't they? They're wanting to bring in New Mexico towards them, aren't they?
Yeah, New Mexico United these last couple of minutes really have enhanced the energy on the field. They've been able to get more numbers forward, and FC Tulsa, when they have been able to intercept those passes or break up play a bit, just kind of playing that hopeful ball forward, and New Mexico United regaining possession, trying to get that rhythm going forward. So much better from the away side here as Shakes brings that one in and they continue to build.
Keller brings it away. Goes long towards that left-hand side, trying to bring Harris. Beautifully brought down on his chest. Great ball from Keller, that. Here's Harris. Back to Rivas. Rivas, right for the ball. Good ball into the box. There's a header down. And it's a goal kick for FC Tulsa. Among the Cameroonians come on, has made an impact. Played for Orange County in 2023 and 2024. The crowd are staying with it here at One Oak Field. Tyler Derrick with the goal kick. 70 minutes have ticked by. Tyler Derrick takes his time, hits it out towards the FC Tulsa right. There's a header forward, only as far as Ian, the Brazilian, who pumps it forward down the field towards that right-hand side. Clever play. Gets the ball to Keller, who brings it away for the team playing in all yellow. That's New Mexico United, playing from right to left on your screens. Long ball forward, looking for Amon. Across comes Batista. Batista, good battle with Amon. Batista loves a battle like that. And in the end, he wins the free kick. Now FC Tulsa are going to bring on a couple of substitutes. Sweet shot substitutions aplenty from New Mexico. FC Tulsa will make a double sweet shots substitution. Harvey Sinclair and Owen Dahm will come on. We wait to see who will be withdrawn for FC Tulsa. Two good players to bring on at this stage, Anna.
And that's one of FC Tulsa's strengths throughout this season, is just the depth that they have had, the options on the bench, and the rotation that they have been able to do.
Elmeka, good play. Delou, could there be a third? Alex Delou. Elmeka, real chance for three. Out comes the goalkeeper. Elmeka just could not get the ball from under his feet. He's had a relatively quiet night by his standards. A man who has been given a wonderful award, which we'll try to tell you about in a moment. The humanitarian award for Khalil El-Medkar for some of the work that he's done off the field. Here's Gloucester. Ryden. 18 minutes left in this Western Conference final here at One Oak Field. Ian gets a header away. Amongst in the area, but Ian's done well to foil the danger. Here's Webber. And Zico Bailey with a bit of frustration. Mr. Dobko has already got the card out. Zico Bailey will get a lacrosse law yellow card. And FC Tulsa will make the substitutions. Harvey Sinclair and Owen Dahm waiting to join the fray. Last handshake from Luke Spencer. El-Medkar comes off. Owen Dahm comes on.
Get a look at the fans here, and we actually had the chance to catch up with one of FC Tulsa's players, Arthur Rogers, ahead of the game to talk about just what the fans have meant to them this season.
So I think the word electric is perfect. The last couple of weeks have been unbelievable. I mean, it's really kind of a huge swing, and we feel it on the field. We feel it in and around the city, and we feel that this city is behind us now, and we're just trying to make them proud.
Yes, Arthur Rogers, we caught up with Arthur. He also said during that interview how much respect he had for New Mexico, and they're a tough side, and they're still in this final. There's 16 minutes to go as Ian plays it out to Souza. Souza now plants a good ball into the box. Stooping header. Chance for three. Blocked from the defender. Another shot blocked. FC Tulsa won a third here. And they've won a throw-in on that right-hand side. Good defending, Anna. Two good blocks.
Just throwing bodies in front of the shots there. New Mexico United trying to not give anything up here. And brave defending, as you mentioned, as they're trying to keep the scoreline the way it is. But FC Tulsa, St. Clair here off of the throw.
Into the area. Webber with a chance. Jamie Webber 3-0. Surely FC Tulsa now will be in the championship final. The ball broke to the South African. And he's not going to miss from there. Undershakes. FC Tulsa have a third. It's FC Tulsa 3, New Mexico United 0.
Weber has been just such a pivotal part of this team for FC Tulsa. We'll get another look here how that all unfolded. And Alex DeLu, what a thoughtful pass in behind for that run, and Weber does the rest. Outstanding finish. And that was key for FC Tulsa. Just be clinical in front of goal, and they have created opportunities and they have finished them, putting them in a great position here as this game, about 15 minutes or so left in regulation, and they find themselves up 3-0. We'll get another look at how that all unfolded. And Luke Spencer talked about Weber, and he's just continued to get better and better and better throughout the season. Cool finish. But Dave, Alex DeLu's had a great game, and the assist there was outstanding.
It really was a great assist, wasn't it, from Alex DeLu. Goes to 4 assists. That's joint top with Jamie Weber. Jamie Weber, by the way, goes to 4 goals for the season. It's been a wonderful first season at the club for Jamie Weber. He's fitted in really well. And he's not just scoring goals, he's assisting, and he's also doing a lot of blue-collar work. New Mexico coming forward, but Batista controls and then belts it down the left-hand side. Keller wants to get on with it quickly. Now there's a mountain to climb for New Mexico United here if they want to be in that final next week. It's been high press from FC Tulsa all night. Harvey Sinclair, the Scotsman, gets a header in there. Harvey Sinclair has had to be content with a place off the bench. Here's Gloucester. Referee's going to blow the whistle. And it was, you know, you talk about players like Harvey Sinclair, of course, Stefan Lukic, you know, and it was a point not lost on Dennis Sanchez, who gave me a very honest opinion. He said everybody in the FC Tulsa squad knows their job, whether it's coming on from the bench. Here's the ball into the box. Tyler Derrick has missed that one. It's loose for a moment, but there's Souza, who will belt that towards the crowd who are drinking their beers over there on the terrace. Anywhere will do from Souza. And there is Dennis Sanchez, and you know, it's a point not lost. That he said they all know their jobs, and he had great respect for them. And his side now need a goal quickly. Bailey swings it out left. Harvey Sinclair again wins a header. Rivas, one of the 4 sweet shot substitutions made by Dennis Sanchez at the same time. Keller. Ryden. The crowd are singing here at One Up Field. 11 minutes left. There's a clash. Batista. With Luther Archimedes there. And the referee spotted it, and it will be a free kick for FC Tulsa on the edge of the area.
And at this point in the game, FC Tulsa will not mind these fouls, breaking up plays, slowing the game down. Definitely don't want to allow New Mexico United to get into a rhythm here, and just want to kind of professionally see this game through.
Tyler Derrick clears from his 18-yard line. Taylor Carrera wants a hat-trick, slips the ball through, couldn't get it to Coley. Shakes will go. A really clever punt down the field to the left, kept in well by Harris, who got that brilliant goal last week. Now he drags down Ian, and FC Tulsa won't mind this. And there's celebrations all round with the players, and they're just frustrating New Mexico here.
And that's the key. FC Tulsa kind of letting that frustration breed around New Mexico United. Won't mind at all. And if you're New Mexico United at this point, obviously tough, the mountain to climb here, but have to keep a level head because they've had good moments throughout this game and obviously throughout the season, but important. Just find that next pass and find the next goal quickly.
Tyler Derrick clears again down the FC Tulsa right. There's a header away. Then Weber heads it to the feet of DeLu. There's another foul. The foul's mounting up now from New Mexico as they try to get back in this game. Well, eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. FC Tulsa leading by 3-0. 2 from Taylor Carrera, 1 from Jamie Weber. Much different game to last week. Free kick. Coley goes short here to DeLu. Then Weber. Can he play Coley in? Bailey's back there and it hits Coley. And we're going to see a sweet shot substitution from New Mexico. And on will come Osman Jabang, who scored a wonderful goal here in the 5-2 defeat for New Mexico. And he will replace Zico Bailey. It was a tremendous effort from the Cameroonian, and that was in fact his last goal. And that one on the day put New Mexico ahead by 2-1. FC Tulsa hit 3 goals in 8 minutes to win that one 5-2. The only time they've hit 5 this season. Kip Keller. That's a good turn from Valentin Noel. There's a shot over the top from Amon, and it will be a goal kick. Well, as the world demands low-cost, low-carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. Tyler Derrick, who has not conceded a goal in the postseason. Don't forget Johan Peñaranda as well on the bench, a very, very fine goalkeeper. He's had a very good season for FC Tulsa. Here's Harvey Sinclair. He gets dragged down, but I think he committed the first foul, says Mr. Dopka, the referee. Ian's got to get back into position. Rivas wanted to go quickly. There's Jamie Weber, who's just got better and better this season. And now Owen Dahm, who's not really touched the football, is down as well. So we're going to see Destiny La Laguna, the athletic trainer who's done such a very fine job this season, keeping the players going with injuries. There's been some long-term injuries as well. Let's have a look at Khalil El Medkar, Anna. He was substituted, but it's wonderful that he got that humanitarian of the year award voted by his fellow professionals in the league.
Yeah, I think it's really meaningful when it comes from players that you play against and kind of know what you're about. And you know, he's just all about trying to have conversations and mention that soccer is a global game and from Syria, and just wanting to make sure that, you know, players understand each other's cultures and just have the conversations. And I think it's really neat that he was recognized by players throughout the league for this award.
I think he's enjoying himself as well there, isn't he, Khalil El Medkar? He can reach out and thinks that they've got one hand on the trophy. Luke Spencer will know it's not over by any stretch of the imagination. There's 6 minutes to go plus the injury time. New Mexico, if they can get a goal here. Shakes has come to take this one. We'll take it short. Here's Gloucester driving it towards the line. Good header down. Chance across goal again. Batista with an amazing block. He's been fantastic all season. Now here's Keller. Jabang. Still New Mexico believing, coming forward. Valentin Noel, one of the deepest players. Jabang into the area. Out comes Tyler Derrick. Palm down. Away by Delence Pierre. We're going to see another Sweet Shots substitution in just a moment. And I think this substitution, Anna, is going to bring the house down. Alex Deleuze worked so hard, is going to be replaced by Stefan Lukic. Amazing that he scored 6 goals off the bench, 7 for the season, and listen to the reception that Stefan Lukic is going to get as he comes onto the field. Not bad for a substitute to get that ovation there. And here he is with the header forward. He can do no wrong, Stefan Lukic. Jabang forward, headed away by Ian, who's literally been a tower of strength at the back. Jalen Lindsay forward. Valentin Noel. Keller, who's got a more advanced role here, tries to go round the long way into the area. Sousa's with him. Sousa comes away with the ball. Coley. FC Tulsa are so nearly there now. 3 minutes to go. New Mexico again. Want a goal here. There's a header. The angle all wrong. Goal kick.
FC Tulsa fortunate there. New Mexico United not able to connect. The giveaway from Coley, but that one well wide off target.
Well, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. And we know that some of you are tuning in on Sirius XM, and we welcome you into a raucous One Oak Field, where we've never heard an atmosphere as electric as this for a game of football in this stadium. The quarter-final was won by a goal to nil against Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. New Mexico, little 1-2 chance, and it's been that kind of evening. The ball is over the bar. FC Tulsa then with the dramatic win against Phoenix Rising, where there was hardly a shot on goal, and then Lukic won it in the 122nd minute. Brought them to this final, and 2 goals in the first. 2 goals from their top goal scorer Taylor Carrera, a third from Jamie Webber, gives us the current score of 3-0, and we're playing in the 89th minute. And Pittsburgh Riverhounds await the winners of this game. Delence Pierre heads forward. Coley chips it forward. Has to go back to goalkeeper Shakes. A minute left of the 90. Keller trying to bring the ball out from the back. Good advantage played by the referee. New Mexico coming forward. Rivas slipping the ball into the area. Well, I say that, but Batista was there again. He's been an absolute rock at the back. Now Owen Darm just got caught in possession. Tried to slip it out to Harvey Sinclair. Ian's come across and won it back. Outstanding from the Brazilian. Taylor Carrera wants the ball. Taylor Carrera gets the ball. Owen Darm's on the overlap. Can Carrera get a hat-trick? He shoots. It hits the defender. And away it goes. Taylor Carrera wanted a hat-trick and just couldn't get it down. A good block from the defender.
Outstanding defending again from Ian to win that ball, drive forward and find Calera.
6 minutes of Tulsa Tech stoppage time. Webber. Calera's in acres of space. Webber's gone on the overlap here down the right-hand side. Can take the sting out of the game. Jamie Webber now He's got Harvey Sinclair going into the area. Weber says, I'll take some more time and go into the corner. Good skill from the South African. Still has the ball. Now he goes to ground. Nothing from the referee. And Harvey Sinclair comes in with a strong challenge. FC Tulsa want to make a couple of sweet shots substitutions. And we're going to see A.B. Sissoko and Trevor Amorn coming into the fray. Ian, who's worked so hard at the back, will be replaced like-for-like swap with Sissoko. And Trevor Amorn, I think, is going to be replacing the top goal scorer, Taylor Carrera, who will get a wonderful ovation. Chris shakes as Sissoko comes on. FC Tulsa leading by 3 goals to 0. 5 minutes left of Tulsa Tech stoppage time. Header forward, Owen Darm on the scamper. Good defending though from Jalen Lindsay. Shakes clears up towards the front line. Sissoko battles offside. FC Tulsa do not want to concede a goal in the playoffs. Good defensive performance, Anna. They haven't let New Mexico in on this man's goal very much tonight, have they?
No, they haven't. And when they have, when there has been kind of that sliver of an opportunity or half a chance, Batista and Ian have stepped in. Really a good cohesive performance from this back line in front of Tyler Derrick.
Don't forget, New Mexico did hit the bar, which was very unlucky. Here's Valentin Noel, who's had a fairly quiet night by his standards. Jabang, back heel. Delence Pierre, who's been there, done it. Wants it again for a different club this season. Coley. Challenge in the midfield there. Coley's left on the ground. Ball threaded through. Harvey Sinclair, could it be 4? He's whacked it up onto the grassy bank, says Harvey Sinclair. The man who started his career in the youth at Chelsea has a little smile to himself. He did score against New Mexico this season. That was Lukic forward, but he just gets under it here, Anna.
Yeah, finds himself in acres of space. Good pass out wide from Lukic. Just doesn't get that one right.
Long ball forward. Batista again under this one. Weber. Gloucester. Jabang. Jalen Lindsay. Valentin Noel. Clever ball from Valentin Noel. And it was Among who just couldn't get on the end of that one. What a great ball from the Frenchman.
Among inches away, really good run inside the area, just slotting in between FC Tulsa defenders. If he connects with that, and that's on frame, it's a goal. Good combination play, again from New Mexico United. Good run in front of Batista, but just inches, and that one slides all the way through.
Well, you can watch the USL Championship final Saturday, November the 22nd on the CBS television network. The final 2 teams take to the field at noon Eastern, with the winner taking home the 2025 championship title. Go to uslchampionship.com for all the latest playoff information. And barring a very, very strange finish to this game, it looks to be, here at One Oak Field, FC Tulsa against Pittsburgh. It's not over yet, but we're in the last minute of Tulsa Tech stoppage time. Shakes. Kip Keller brings it forward, whacks it forward. Harvey Sinclair with another header away. Chris Gloucester. Gloucester then with one last throw into the area. Here it comes. The ball's flicked on. There's a hooked ball into the area. Keller's there with a header over the top, and that might well be it. The fans want the referee to blow the whistle. Tyler Derrick will take all the time he can. A.B. Sissoko is getting the crowd up here. The atmosphere has been something to behold here at One Oak Field. Still we go on, but there's seconds left. And there it is! FC Tulsa are the Western Conference champions. They win it by 3-0. Anna Bergel, you have to say, even the neutral will say on the night, they fully deserve this win tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, FC Tulsa put on a clinical performance from the front line all the way to the defensive unit at the back. The 3 goals, the brace from Calera. You get a look at him here celebrating. And what a performance defensively from Batista, from Ian. I mean, you could name all of these players from this FC Tulsa side throughout the season. They've continued to build on that momentum from those late goals in the early playoff games. And what an outstanding performance tonight against a quality New Mexico United team.
FC Tulsa, not everybody's favourites. The way they've gone about this season, they've won the league. They're now in the championship final against Pittsburgh. They find a way to keep coming at you. And they did that tonight from the first to the final whistle. And it's worked. And congratulations to Luke Spencer and all his players.
And Luke Spencer's message has been consistent throughout the season to his team. Everyone on this team has bought in. Every lineup has been tweaked or different. Players have been dropped, players have been added, and they've all bought in and they've stepped up each game. He's really just been able to elevate the level of this FC Tulsa team as they've continued on in the regular season and through the playoffs as well. And it's been really fun to watch him and remind you, first-year head coach and what he's been able to do with this team.
Let's have a look at the stats of the game, Anna, and I think it will tell you a bit of a story of the game tonight at One Oak Field.
19 shots for FC Tulsa, 9 on target. And New Mexico United, they did hit the crossbar, but did not have a shot on target. And FC Tulsa, throughout the season, they've been at the bottom of the table as far as possession, but they have been able to be productive when they've been in front of goal. They have the ability to go from back to front quickly, and it's by design. Luke Spencer, when they win the ball, they're very intentional about their passes going forward. They attack in numbers, they defend in numbers, they looked organized, and what a performance tonight against New Mexico.
And there are some unsung heroes, and Luke Spencer is very, very honest in his approach. Obviously, your top goal scorer will get the plaudits, 17 on the season. Maybe he's not done yet. Maybe he's got one next week in the final. But, you know, there are some unsung heroes. And as we take a look at the bracket, they haven't conceded a goal all the way to the final. Someone like Lamar Batista needs plaudits. The way that he has defended. Ian was a fantastic signing. They have looked rock-like at the back.
Absolutely. I mean, they've slotted in, they've looked organized, they've been strong. And when you think you have the opportunity as an opponent to score, they swoop in timely at the last second, clean. It's been really fun to watch, and what a fortress it has been at One Oak Field. Tough for teams to score on them, and they will have that opportunity again in the championship final.
They will. It's going to be a good final. It'll be on the CBS network next week. It'll be here at One Oak Field. Nobody wants to go home here. They want to see the Western Conference champions. It's been fun for FC Tulsa here at One Oak Field. Ian has been a wonderful signing late on in the season. He's just a very, very good player. Rarely puts a foot wrong, and him and Batista at the back together, Ian and Batista. I mean, Abi Sissoko, let's not forget, he came on as a sub. Unfortunately, had an injury in the season, but Batista and Ian haven't allowed anybody to take their places, and Abi Sissoko's had to come in from the bench.
You get a look at Batista there. I mean, he has just been such an impactful player, but he's also well-liked. You can see the reactions as well when he goes in and makes those tackles and just gets stuck in. He's really energetic and just brings the energy to this FC Tulsa team. It's been so fun to watch, but you're right, he's had an outstanding season. But also, and I think Luke Spencer would mention this as well, so many players that have gone out with injury that have been so impactful to getting FC Tulsa to this point. Arthur Rogers, Marcus Serrato, I mean, the list goes on. Peñaranda, goalkeeper for FC Tulsa throughout the season. Tyler Derrick steps in later, but he's helped FC Tulsa get to this point as well. It has been a true team effort from FC Tulsa, and New Mexico United, outstanding season for them. Tough to see them go down this way. Loyal supporters making the trip. So much to be proud of, though, for this season.
Yeah, I want to echo that. And Dennis Sanchez has done a wonderful job, and those players can hold their heads high. And, you know, tonight wasn't their night. FC Tulsa, honestly, were at their best, I think, tonight, and didn't let New Mexico play the way that we know New Mexico can play. Credit to them, credit to their fans. And it's not going to happen for them this season, but they can look back on this season and, you know, let's say well done to them. There's the Western Conference champions who are getting ready to receive the trophy. There it is, and they deserved it tonight.
Mexico United for making it to this stage of the season. We turn your attention to the center of the pitch for the presentation of the Western Conference Trophy to FC Tulsa. Congratulations to FC Tulsa, winner of the 2025 USL Championship Western Conference.
Well done to FC Tulsa. There's Owen Dahm with the trophy. He's had a good season. Lucas Storfrey was captain tonight. One of those blue-collar workers. Never puts a foot wrong. Harvey Sinclair, big smile on his face. Jamie Webber, who got the third. Fantastic season for him. There's Ian, who comes in as the final signing and has done really well at the back. Arthur Rogers, who gave us the interview. Don't forget, as Anna said earlier, his part in the season. And Lamar Batista, fittingly here, lifts the trophy. And no one deserves it more than him for the championship final next week. Delence Pierre did it last year with Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. He wants to do it again this year with FC Tulsa. Big smile from him. Travion Souza, who came in on loan, here now with the trophy being passed along. And there's the man of the match presented by Waldo's Chicken and Beer. Fittingly, Taylor Carrera with the brace. What a season that young man's had.
He really has had an incredible season, and he was one of those signings heading into the season that a lot of anticipation for what he could bring to this FC Tulsa team, and he has absolutely delivered. And Dave, even when he's had spells where he hasn't scored games, he's still been so impactful. Movement off the ball, his work rate has been outstanding. Absolute team player, and well deserved from him, and just an unbelievable season that he has had up to this point.
Congratulations to FC Tulsa. They will be here in the championship final next Saturday. The kickoff is at noon Eastern, and the CBS television network will bring you that final here from One Oak Field. It's all smiles here. Anna Burgle, thank you so much to you. FC Tulsa will have another chance. Let's go to break, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap this one up. Well done to FC Tulsa. They win this Western Conference final by 3-0.
What does it take to safely transport 1/3 of America's natural gas? To meet the ever-growing energy demands of revolutionary technologies, to cleanly, reliably, and affordably power the world, it takes experience. 117 years worth. Experience that helps society move towards brave new horizons in technology and innovation that continues powering the future of our nation and the globe. Experience powers us.
Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford.
And we're proud to be part of the Tulsa community and Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 16 years, providing you with unmatched sales and ownership experience. We're grateful for the trust and support you've shown us, making our continued growth and success possible. Here's to 16 years of sales leadership and many more to come.
Join us at Bill Knight Ford and BillKnightFord.com, 96th and Memorial, and home of the Knight Advantage.
At Ascension St. John, we're committed to being your first choice for healthcare in Oklahoma. For movement disorders, spine care, and more, our brain and spine specialists lead in coordinating advanced care. Patients choose us for advanced heart care and personalized cancer care. And we also excel in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
Welcome back into One Oak Field. FC Tulsa are the Western Conference champions. They beat New Mexico by 3-0. Let's run the full match highlights with my broadcast partner here, Anna Burgle.
And from the whistle, FC Tulsa all over this New Mexico United team. The high press executed so well, and Taylor Carrera making a difference. He's just had an unbelievable season, and you see here when FC Tulsa wins the ball, players swarming, win numbers with pace, and Calera calmly finishes the first goal for FC Tulsa tonight. But then New Mexico United had their moments. Harris had a good game trying to get around the outside, but FC Tulsa's defense held strong. And again, the brace from Calera, the difference maker, off of the long throw, the scrappiness in the box, Ian putting this one back in. And this is where you started to feel things shift a bit from an FC Tulsa perspective. The fans were behind them the whole way through and made some substitutions as well and kept the intensity high. Unbelievable assist from DeLu, who's had a great season, great game. Finish off from Weber, and you can see the celebration from the team. And just what a night at One Oak Field for FC Tulsa.
Absolutely. And the upcoming schedule, well, there it is. It's the USL Championship final. It will be FC Tulsa versus Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC on the CBS television network right here at One Oak Field. That's 11 a.m. local time, noon Eastern. Congratulations to FC Tulsa, and Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC will contest the 2025 championship final. Anna Burgle, another thought from you. There's the New Mexico fans applauding the efforts of their team, not only tonight, but obviously for the whole season. Safe journey back to them. They are a tremendously well-supported club. A word for you on the final next week.
Absolutely. I mean, FC Tulsa continuing to build on each win that they've had in the playoffs, but Pittsburgh has had an unbelievable season, so that's going to be tough coming into this environment at One Oak Field. Obviously, home field advantage means a lot, but it'll be really fun to see this unfold just throughout the USL Championship this season. You knew coming into the playoffs anything can happen, and FC Tulsa, the top seed remaining, able to get it done at home. A lot to look forward to next week as we wrap up the USL Championship season.
Some of those fans have been with the club for 10 years and they fittingly get to hold the trophy. But it's not over yet for FC Tulsa. They'll be back again here for that championship final. Anna Bergel, thank you so much to you for your professionalism this season. Thanks to Blake and the team who provide the sights and the sounds. FC Tulsa have won the Western Conference. They'll be here again in the championship final. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. We'll see you again next time. The final score for the final time. FC Tulsa 3, New Mexico United 0.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.